Hey everybody, this is Political Expert here doing somewhat of a different review and kind of like my different attitude towards YouTube. It was somewhat of a little bit of a hobby of mine, but now I'm kind of moving towards where I think I'm going to do this a lot more, and because it's coming down to where movies are getting big, especially comic book movies nowadays, and so we need to kind of look forward to being as DC fans and as Marvel fans that times are changing. Hold on one second. That times are changing, and you know, us comic book fans can actually crawl the hole now after the great success that Marvel's had with all their huge lineup of Phase 1, 2, and 3, moving on to Phase 4, which makes it even better because it makes DC, aka Warner Brothers, move their projects a little further even more. And so we get to have Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice that comes out somewhat of next year in May. How do I feel about it? I feel good. I do, as being a Batman fan, seeing that we get to see these two iconic characters finally connect, even though they've been mentioned in earlier movies, besides the Nolan trilogy, which had no connection whatsoever to a Superman movie. Zack Snyder made Man of Steel. A lot of people think that Man of Steel was not the Superman that they're used to, but that's the good thing. We're not used to seeing this Superman. We're not used to seeing characters as dark and as twisted of a world that DC is now living in because Marvel is this, the good child, the one that's, doing everything right. And unfortunately, DC has to go in another direction, and that direction is evil. Okay, so here's some of the cast for the Batman v Superman. Henry Cavill as Clark Kent or Superman. Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne or Batman. And Amy Adams reclaiming her role as Lois Lane, which is awesome to see, new people or upcoming roles like Marvel has that bring in the same people and so forward. Okay, now here where it gets interesting. We have Jason Momoa playing Arthur Curry, aka Aquaman. Jason Momoa, from the pictures that I've seen, the guy looks brute and the guy looks badass. So let's just keep our fingers crossed that he doesn't, show up in a giant, seahorse. Because if he does, then I'm just, I'm done. I can't watch this movie. Um, and then we have Ezra Miller, I think that's his name, playing Barry Allen, aka The Flash. Um, I'm not a huge fan of the TV series of what WB's doing with The Flash and Arrow, and I know a bunch of people are, and they keep telling me The Flash is a good series, and hopefully this brings along with the movies because this is somewhat of already a star cast, and I'm not even all the way through yet. And hopefully he has somewhat of a role besides just a 2-minute cameo. I'm hoping all of these have at least like a 10-minute showing of the character and us getting warmed up to them at all. Okay, next in we have where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Gal Gadot, Gal Gadot playing Diane Price Prince. I'm losing my mind. Diane Prince, aka Wonder Woman. Um, she was in the Fast and the Furious movies. She had a small role. Um, we'll see. Wonder Woman's a huge role, especially for somebody who was playing in a supporting role. Um, so it's going to be interesting to see a Wonder Woman as that because a lot of people, they just one or two things have it. Some people say, when Heath Ledger came out as a Joker, they're like, oh, he's gonna ruin it. Oh, he's gonna ruin it. So after seeing that, it's hard to say anybody's gonna ruin anything. Robert Downey Jr. was casted as Iron Man. Everybody was skeptical because Robert Downey Jr. was down the dark, dark place before he kind of cleared his head up and he became to become an actor again. And then he became Iron Man, and now he's Iron Man. No one else can see anybody else play Iron Man but him. And then we have Jesse Eisenberg playing Lex Luthor, which is interesting because I've seen the bald head and it looks interesting. And from the talks of the people of what this role's supposed to be, because we've seen two Lex Luthors now, and it's very difficult. Even though Kevin Spacey, in my book, was a better Lex Luthor. I mean, most people would be like, no, he was horrible, but that's like a guilty pleasure. Every time Superman Returns comes on, I'm not a huge fan of it. But at the same time, Kevin Spacey, awesome. That's all that matters. Jeremy Irons is playing Alfred. Um, it's it's not the Michael Caine. That's the problem. It's going to be very hard to, you know, reprise that role besides, Michael Caine. Michael Caine is awesome. We'll see. We'll see what happens with the cast of, let's see how he does. I heard that there's a rumor that he's more hands-on than Michael Caine was, even though Michael Caine was there 100% of the movie at most parts. So it's gonna be interesting. And then we have Ray Fisher, who's Victor Stone, aka Cyborg. I heard that he's gonna make a slight appearance, and then I've heard he's gonna make a cameo, and then I've heard that he's in it for like 20 minutes. Who knows? Like it could go either way because this is a star-studded cast as usual, and the list goes on here. I could talk for days about this whole cast, but those are some of the big guys that pretty much knock it out of the ballpark. And anyways, how I feel about this, you know, if it happens to turn out to be really good, but at the same time it could be awful, which is going to crush me because I'm a huge Batman fan. And hopefully it doesn't happen. Hopefully that we can, come together and as DC fans as well as I am to be proud for our movies because for the longest time, for the past 10 years, we've only had four movies. We've had, well, I take that back. We've had five movies. One I don't really want to count, but for the past, 10 years, we've only had five movies. We've had all three, all three Christopher Nolan Batmans, um, the one Man of Steel, and then that really, really, really awful Green Lantern movie by Ryan Reynolds. I'm sorry for most people who think it wasn't just Ryan Reynolds. Um, Ryan Reynolds is a hit and a miss for me. Um, so it's like I'm on the edge. When I heard he's playing Deadpool, I understand that that's his role. That's 100% him. But now when I heard about him playing Green Lantern, no, it wasn't him. It was more like Warner Brothers was trying to get a quick dollar off of a character, and that was the character. So alrighty, guys. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what you want to hear me talk about. I'm open. I'm an open book right now. I'm a huge comic book Star Wars fan, trying to redo my page, get information right. I kind of want to be open to the people, so don't be afraid to talk to me. You can write me on here, leave a comment, let me know what you want me to say, what you want me to write about. I will gladly write about it. I will gladly talk about it as soon as I can. I'll try to do these videos about maybe 2, 3 a week, depending on the schedule that I'm in. But yes, I'm committed to this video scanning now, so hopefully, fingers crossed that something happens. That's good. Yes, so everyone have an awesome comic book day. Thank you.